I'm in these halls where the torchlight blights hide your eyes flickering the seam blind nights, tapping out my rights. Lute strings hum like a memory freight, statues of cells in the roles I played, stone cold faces that training made. Ancient drums strum with a monster inside, a Taurus pulse I could never divide. Morocco whispers where my shadows hide. Armor reflects what I couldn't ignite, a mirrored cage in the lantern light, shining the myth that was born from my fight. Every step echoes down corridors bent, every past version carved in cement, every regret like a royal indent. And I pace with an older stride, a night in a maze with a soul denied. Oh, these halls keep calling my name, but the name they're calling ain't mine. A story of blame, locked to God what I couldn't define. And the myth I carried like flame burned out before its time. A night with no name in a tale that never aligned. Statues stare back with a vacant grace, each one wearing my borrowed face, each one carved from a different place. Training birthed a hollow inside, a soldier of earth with no heart to guide, a man-made myth so the man could hide. Hydra heads shimmer in the cracks of sight, each one whispering wrong from right, each one born from a sleepless night. Armor gleams with a counterfeit might, a polished lie in the fading light, shining the ghost of a long-lost fight. Every oath I swore was a borrowed line, every victory staged by design, every triumph never truly mine. And I pace with a weary stride, a night in a maze with a truth denied. Oh, these halls keep calling my name, but the name they're calling ain't mine. I was forged in a story of blame, left to God what I couldn't define. And the myth I carried like flame burned out before its time. A night with no name in a tale that never aligned. But behind each vow, each oath I'd cite, stood a rider alone in a candlelit plight, inking his ruin into my night. His grief in the margins, his breath in the lore, his life poured out on a cold stone floor. He forged me stubborn, tore as slave, pressed his ache into the roles I played, hid his wounds in the steel I displayed. And beneath the ash where the roots unite, I feel him fading beyond my sight, the author dying with the tale not right. Leaves fall soft in the moon's dull white, covering myth, covering man from sight. A night with no name, and a writer with none to write. We gather here for a story that never learned how to end. A life half written, half remembered, carried more by silence than by ink. He was a man no one truly knew, a figure traced in margins, a breath caught between pages, a name that never settled long enough to stay. What he could not bear he gave to another. What he could not speak he carved into bliss. And so the armor shone where the man dimmed, and the tale marched on where he could not ally, perhaps, but a gentle one woven to keep him standing. The torchlight softens, the hydra eyes fade back into the seams. All that remains is the echo of a life scribbled into being, and the faint warmth of a myth he built to survive himself. What he could not bear he gave to another. What he could not speak he carved into me. What he could not bear he gave to another.